Hello guys, thank you so much. Let me know if you can hear me, because I'm not sure sometimes of my microphone how that works. So let me know. I also pinned a message about if you want to support me, you can first of all subscribe on my Patreon. Under my each video, I'm gonna leave the link on my Patreon down below. Hi Mora. Hi Mora. So I'm gonna leave the link on my Patreon down below, and my patrons normally see my videos earlier. Normally I upload for patrons on Fridays, sometimes earlier, very rare later because sometimes I'm just overloaded with stuff, but normally earlier, so they can ask me some questions and stuff, and we just chat and talk. And soon I'm gonna upload some of my pictures, some of my face with natural light. So we're gonna discuss what you think about my essence, my body type, and my coloration. So first, it's gonna be my patrons, all my sponsors. My sponsors is basically everyone who presses join button under each my video. There's a join button. If you join with any amount, I will be very, very happy. So please subscribe, and it just helps me very much. You will also see my videos earlier. I will read your comments, we talk, and yeah, just basically you will also see those pictures. And I kind of trust you more because you kind of support me, so I feel like you are supporting me. And yeah, I just want to have like that girl talk with you, like discuss a little bit more of my own kind of situation, because I'm finally settling down here. So it's been a lot of stuff happening during the last 2.5 years. You can't even imagine through what things I had to go through. And I'm just happy I'm still alive and I'm still here. And I'm finally settling down. And of course, as I told you, I'm building my new wardrobe. And my wardrobe, of course, is not just black and whites and beiges like it was a little bit before, because before we we just it's a long story, but because we just moved here in the United States, and we were in one state, and we came to Florida, and then we were in Virginia for some time, and I brought some of my favorite kind of colorful clothes, like different kinds of like colorful and neutral clothes. I brought my like favorite clothes that I might use for my videos also, not just for everyday life, but for videos also, for music videos. I brought some of that stuff with me, but I couldn't get a lot, because can you imagine like changing the country and you never know when you're gonna come back to your not to your country. So I had to just get with me a limited amount of clothes. So I got that, and we left it in Virginia, and I had to come here to perform to Florida, and then we stuck here because of this COVID situation, and I had more gigs here, and then I had to fly to Aruba, to the island, and then I had to come back to Florida. So basically, all my colorful clothes I left in Virginia, and I couldn't get it for like a year or a year and a half. So it has been a mess. Now I'm finally settling down. I'm coming back. I have all my stuff here. I finally got it back here. So I've like I'm revising, how to say, the revision of my wardrobe. I'm revising everything. I'm just getting rid of some stuff. I'm getting new stuff, and I'm actually playing with textures and colors a lot. If you can notice, especially in my music videos, I got crazy about colors lately. I don't know what happened to me. It's just colors and colors and colors. How are you, Tatiana Simonova? Hello, Tatiana. I'm very good. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Um, Mora is asking, Ali, please make a video talking about styles with Kibi method and all you know for women on their 20s. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because nowadays styles have changed a lot. And did you notice that what they would tell you to dress, how they would tell you to dress up in the 80s, you would look quite dowdy today. You would look like 60-year-old or something today. Did you notice that? But and in the 80s, that particular fabric and silhouette, that looked so modern, and you looked so young, fresh, and sexy and stuff like that. So I noticed that, and it's very interesting. And of course, Kibi, it's a very interesting phenomena that he is describing lines and silhouettes. And when you applying this to modern wardrobe, you actually see what he's talking about. Maybe except for colorful stockings and pads. Yeah, we don't have, actually some pads got back, but those pads don't look quite like in the 80s. They don't have same goal as in the 80s. So now it's even cool when a tiny small woman, tiny young girl has huge shoulders, like much bigger. It's like it looks like a male blazer actually. So in the 80s it was a little bit different look with oversized and with pads, but still, I can see that that phenomena that Kibi has, that you are applying the words that he's describing this or that garment with, you use it in a modern wardrobe and it works. But when you see what exactly he's showing, like how he was doing that makeover for women in the 80s, that is not something that we would imagine right now, right? So because times changed, like wardrobes changed so much. Hello guys, we have 51% already watching at the same time. Tim is here. Hello Tim, thank you so much. Are olive undertones warmer or cooler, Leticia? To me, they are still more neutral because I I can see that some women with olive undertones, many things depend on the color of their eyes as well and the color of their hair. And their their eye color and their hair color kind of create this combination of the whole coloration of this woman, and then she might look good with slightly warmer colors as well if they're not very bright. From my viewpoint, olive skin tone is that oliveness, that greenish undertone in the skin. I think it slightly dulls the shininess of the skin. Skin is not see-through that much. The skin, it's a little bit grayish, ashy, on the ashy side. So to me, they just look a little bit better with a little bit more muted colors, whether it's warmer or cooler. But again, we should see, because I've seen some women with olive skin undertone who look a little bit better with even like a warmer colors, and some look good with cooler colors, but most of them look good with both. It's just they should not be very bright and neon colors, in my personal opinion. Do you have advice for how to dress cute? Sarah is asking how to dress cute or beautiful for holiday parties and still not be too cold. You know, right now, first of all, they sell stockings that look like you have stockings on, how to say this? Yeah, stockings, yeah? That it looks like you have naked legs underneath that very thin black stretched fabric, basically. But actually, that is not your legs, it's just a beige lining in the inside. I'm gonna leave the link down below on the ones that I bought myself. I just bought it yesterday, basically. So when you wear these stockings, you look like you're just wearing very thin stockings, the ones that you would wear in summer. So your legs look like you're in summer, but it's actually very warm. It's quite warm, not like for winter minus 30 Celsius, but it's still quite warm. Then also dresses could be slightly knitted or with some woolen fabric or slightly thick cotton. If you go for very light jersey, it can be a little bit like, it even can look slightly too weightless and just strange, basically. So to me, the more thick fabric you choose for the garment, the better, even if it's a dress that is quite naked here. And then get yourself a good faux fur bolero, or slightly longer or long. Maybe even if you want, with some belt, because that belt can actually get around in there and it can create a very beautiful situation there. Then here you can actually buy a shawl, or sometimes they have scarves with sparkles if it doesn't argue with your dress. Yeah, you can have it as an accessory, actually, the scarf with some sparkles. So on top you can have some hat or hair, right? We girls, we have hair, so it's pretty warm sometimes having hair. Or you can get a wig. I know some women, they actually wearing a wig, it's very, very hot in a wig. It's very, very warm in a wig. Thank you for your video on winter coats. I really appreciate this, especially when you reminded us it's most important to be comfortable. Exactly. Yeah. Hello from Romania. Wow. Thank you. Hello. Hello, guys. Please could you make a video about corporate styles to wear for work for the different body types? Interesting. Corporate styles to wear for work. I will do. Before that, I probably will make a post in my community section on my YouTube channel asking you guys, when you go to work, what kind of dress code you normally have if you have one. What are like the basic requirements, and we will go from there. I will look closer into that because I'm not familiar with like today's office wear. I'm familiar with like 90s and 2000s office wear, but I'm not familiar right now because my office wear is this, because like I'm more into music, so this my music is my office wear. Tights, Anna says. Exactly. Not stockings, but tights. I was talking about tights. Tights are beige colored skin color, exactly. And what I meant was they now do tights that are very warm, so on top they look kind of black, stretched, and kind of like the beige shining through. But that beige is actually the lining, so they're like warm. They look warm, and they look like it's your legs, but basically it's not your legs. It's just a pretty thick and thermal fabric underneath that looks like your legs. But on top it's like black stretched, kind of like this. I notice you look best in very light and natural makeup. What would I do when I want to do a classic glam look? I noticed I look best in very light and natural makeup. What should I do when I want to do a classic glam look? If you look good with light and natural makeup, there are two things that you can do. You can whether do classic eye flick but make it thinner and more in espresso color. It's actually the way the Marilyn Monroe was doing this. She was using that espresso color just to soften that everyday makeup. She would not go for black, especially for liquid eyeliner. Also, what you can use thin wet brush and make the liner with an eyeshadow. This kind of line already is slightly blurred. Not even wet brush, but just regular dry brush. The drier your brush is, the softer the line around your eyes is. And you can do this classic flick, but just make it as an eyeshadow. That will be amazing. It will actually mimic your lashes, and it will look more bushy and furry. Hi Ali, when I do Kibi test, I always get soft classic results, but I feel like when I wear those colors, I look dowdy. Sorry, when I wear those clothes, I look dowdy. Any advice? It just very much depends on what kind of clothes you're choosing. Because soft classics, it's a mixture of a classic and slightly romantic. So the more softness you can add some softness in a regular classic symmetrical pieces. It's just every time you are doing something over the top, that can make you look just too noisy. Just don't go over the top. You can basically wear whatever you want. Just if you go over the top, that might look like you are overdone. That is what's happening. If that doesn't happen though, I would probably think that you are a different type. You're not soft classic then, probably. Because all the soft classics that I know for sure that they are soft classics and they know for sure about themselves, they all say, yeah, exactly, that is the best advice for them. Can you make a video about essences by Kitchener? Definitely, yes. One of the projects that I'm about to look at. Thanks a lot. I think I'm dramatic classic, but I'm skinny. I don't look like Olivia Moon or Olivia Wilde. I'm more like Rose Byrne. I'm too balanced for flamboyant Gamine. Maria Petrova. It's hard to say without the picture. It's very hard to say just on a couple of descriptions unless I see you and the real proportion one part of the body to another part of the body is very hard to tell. You can be flamboyant gamine actually, or you can be dramatic classic. It just depends. Hello from Saudi. Wow, thank you. Hello. I've been to Saudi Arabia and I was absolutely blown away by this country. It is absolutely incredible. I was it's like a fairy tale. This is something that I was imagining when I was listening to fairy tales when I was a kid. I had a uh, vinyl, vinyl of like audio recorded fairy tales, and I was listening to them, and that is approximately when they were describing things. That was approximately what I was imagining, and then I got friends in Saudi, and they invited me to the wedding, and I was absolutely blown away by how things different there, what kind of music they have, what kind of sweets they have, what kind of coffee and products they have, like the food. It's incredible. They gave me so-called green coffee with spices. They have a lot of different kinds of spices and they're very good quality and stuff. And this coffee we were drinking because we had to stay longer when we were in a wedding. We had to stay longer up because the wedding was going, so not to fall asleep they would give us like that green coffee in a small um, cups. That was incredible, and I didn't feel like that, after that coffee. No, I felt good, but I felt more or less awake. Hello from Fargo, North Dakota, USA. Wow, North Dakota. It's pretty cold there, yeah. Missing videos from your mom. Resting in peace. Merry Christmas, Ali. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think I watched a video about it's called Fargo, yeah. It's from North Dakota. It's an amazing no, I mean film. It's a Disney movie, yeah. It's a great movie. Hi Ali, for the office now, you can wear day dresses in colors. Mm. When having a meeting, patterns are a bit too much. Trousers or even dark, skinny, or wide leg jeans. Tops, blouses, blazers, smart shoes. Yeah, basically, I understand what you're talking about. Kind of like smart casual also goes for that, yeah? I actually quite enjoy it now, office wear, as it's much more relaxed than pre-pandemic, but still smart, but somehow more creative and relaxed. Nice. Yeah, I see what you mean. Interesting. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll have to do some research about that, but I find also that there are loads of um, mm, 1 second, need to block spammers. Yeah, so I just think there are many bloggers right now, like a business style nowadays, that I think is quite looking good. Yeah, and I think there are many people who are now